On the cylindrical surface of this workpiece, 6 cross holes need to be machined. How this works and why we need milling instead of turning for it is what we're going to look at now. First, however, we need to face the front surface and rough the contour. For the roughing operation, the longitudinal roughing cycle G81 is used. The actual contour itself is defined using individual contour elements. This also includes a thread relief groove, which is programmed using the undercut cycle G85. After roughing, the complete contour is called up again using G23 and then finished. In the next step, 2 radial grooves are machined using G86. After that, the thread is cut with G31. Now we come to the crucial part of the machining process, the 6 cross holes on the cylindrical surface. To do this, we now have to tell the lathe to behave like a milling machine. How do we do that? With the command G15 G19 IP1. But what exactly does that mean? Let's take a closer look. G15 basically just tells the machine, attention, a machining plane is now being selected. G19 defines that this plane is the cylindrical surface. In other words, the cylindrical surface is internally unwrapped and treated as a flat plane. And IP, which stands for interpolation parameter, defines how the programmed movements are executed. In this case, it is IP1. That means the programmed y-axis movements are simulated through rotary movements of the z-axis. For this, the workpiece spindle is stopped and positioned at C0, meaning in the direction of the positive x-axis. From this point on, all movement takes place only through the x, c and z-axes. Now that the machine is operating in milling mode, the full range of milling commands is also available to us. For the cross holes, we therefore use the milling drilling cycle G81. This would machine exactly 1 of the holes. But since we need 6 of them, we then use G76. This command takes the drilling operation from the drilling cycle and repeats it the required number of times. In practical terms, this means the tool drills, the workpiece is rotated a little further via the C-axis, the tool drills again, the workpiece is rotated further via the C-axis, and so on. Using another drilling cycle G81, this time with a greater drilling depth and a twist drill, the holes are finished. Here we can make things a little easier for ourselves. Instead of programming G76 again, we simply use G23, Program Section Repeat, to call up the previously defined positions once more. This way, a single programmed hole becomes an evenly distributed hole pattern on the cylindrical surface.